Hey G20, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So for the episode we got this cool movement right here, and basically what this is a smart robot vacuum. If you see the one that we got right here is from a brand called Eufy, that's under the Anchor brand. And for the one that we got right here is called a RoboVac G20 hybrid. So the reason why they call it a hybrid is the fact they give you guys the vacuum option, but also give you guys the mop option as well. If you see the bottom, they do provide some specs and features that's on here. So they mentioned how it has a smart dynamic navigation. It has really strong sucking power. And the way how they designed the product is actually very slim, so that way you can go under like your bed, etc. If you guys look at the back, they also provide guys some more specs and features that's on here as well. But first, I'm actually open up to show you guys what the product looks like inside. Alright, so when you guys first open up, this actually looks like inside. Let's take everything out. So once you guys take it out, this is what the package looks like. So first thing right here, they provide guys a little envelope. When you guys open up, inside they provide guys a user manual and an owner manual to teach you guys how to use it. And they also provide guys a warranty card here as well. So once you guys take off this layer, right here it looks like they provide guys a pad or something that's probably like the waterproof pad, because the actual product has like the mopping option. And right underneath that, you see we do have like a waterproof pad, so that way you can put it underneath like the charging station, so that way when it comes back it won't get the floor wet because of the mopping option. And I'll show you guys how to set it up in a second. Once you guys take that part out, you can see there's a bunch of stuff on here. So we do have like the robot vacuum and some accessory, so take all that out first. So here is a charging cable you can plug in to activate it. And right underneath the actual robot vacuum, we have everything else. So they provide guys a brush with a blade option, so that way you can clean the product and cut off any hair if there's any hair that's stuck on the product. Right here we do have the mopping option, and for this part it is removable, so you don't take it out to wash it. Just go like this and just slide it out really easily. And then once you guys finish washing it, you can put it back in and stick it back on top. If you guys flip to the other side, they provide guys instruction to teach you guys how to use it. And here is where you guys want to add in the water, so that way you can use the mopping option. And I'll show you guys how to use it in a second. Right here they provide guys accessories that you can use to manage all your cables and wire. And right here they provide guys the wipers or cleaners that you insert in the bottom of the product. And right here we do have the charging station, so let's take it out. Alright, so once you guys take out the charging station, this is what the product looks like. So top part we do have the indicator light to show you guys when it's on or off. And then here is basically what the bottom part looks like. You can see how it has like a non-slip material in the bottom to prevent it from moving around. And you guys want to remove this film as well when you guys first use it, so that we can add that extra like non-slip material on here. And you see in the bottom right here, that is where to insert the cable. I love the way how they designed this compartment, so that way you can organize the cable when you guys actually use it. Right here they provide us an extra filter, so that way you can use it as backup. They should have one already inside the vacuum, so I'll show you guys in a second. And then last but not least, we do have the robot vacuum right here, so let's take it out. So once you guys take it out, this is what the product looks like. So we do have the brand logo in the middle, we do have the power button on top, and we also have a Wi-Fi indicator light to show you guys when it's connected or not. When you guys first get the vacuum, you do want to remove this part right here on the side, and this side as well. And that's for the bumper option when you guys bump against the wall. When you guys turn onto the back, this is what the back part looks like. So we do have the roller option right here to go 360. We do have the charging option on the side right here. And for this slot is where you guys want to plug in the brush. So you just want to insert right here like this. And it's all set with the brush option. Right here we do have the roller option to roll it backwards and forward. And then here is the brush option and also the suction option. So all of your pet hair and dust and everything will be sucked inside right here. And for this part, it is removable, so I don't take it out. You can definitely take it out to wash it and clean it if you guys do need to. And right here on the side, we do have an on and off button. So I just press that to turn it on when you guys first use it. And then for this part is a trash bin, so we have to open up. You can take it out like that. So this side is where the trash can be sucked in. And then for other side, we're just gonna open up. So that way you can pour out the trash if you guys do need to. And you see inside right here is the filter that I talked about. So this is the main one that they provide for you guys, and the other one's a backup. But once you guys are done, you can close it back up. And you're all set to start using again. So when you're done, you can just push back in. Just like that, really easily. So that is everything that's on the bar right here in terms of how to use it and what is actually included on here. Now I'm going to show you guys how to actually use the mopping option. First thing I'm going to do is add some water inside right here. And then once you guys do that, you guys can push it in right here. Once you guys do that, you can start using mopping option. And the cool thing about this hybrid vacuum is the fact that it gives you guys the option to do vacuum or mopping, or you can do both at the same time. And also for this product, you can definitely use like a voice control as well. So if you guys want to connect it onto Alexa or Google Assistant, you guys can do that as well. But that is everything that's on the product. Let me just connect it on the app to show you guys how to connect it first. So the app that you want to download is called Eufy Home. Once you guys finish download the app, this is what the app looks like. So I already have one set right here, which is the X8 hybrid, and that one works a lot better than this one if you guys have the budget for it. And if you guys are curious what the app looks like when you guys are using the mopping option and vacuum option, this is what the product looks like. But if you guys want to add this one, let me show you how to add it. So I'm going to click on the plus right here. And then you just want to click on Robot Vacuum, and you just want to find the device that's have. So in this case, it should be the G20 hybrid, which is this one right here. Once you guys click on the correct Robot Vacuum, it will ask you guys to connect it onto a 2.4 wireless network. So let's do that first. And then once you guys add in your Wi-Fi, it'll show you guys how to connect it. So I don't follow all the steps on here. So I want to remove this sticker first. And then take this part on the side out. Same thing for other side. Once you guys do that, you have to press the power switch in the back to activate it first, which is right here. So then turn it on. Alright, so once you guys turn it on, you can see we do have a blinking light. So when you guys see that light, that means you guys are ready to connect it. So then click on next on the app. And it will ask you guys to connect it onto Wi-Fi for the Robot Vacuum. Alright, so connect it and find the device. Alright, so I found it. So I don't rename the device or whatever you guys want. And then we're all set, so we can start using it. So on the app, it'll show you guys how to use everything on here. But once you guys got it all connected, this is what the app looks like. So you definitely have all these different options available for you guys. So you have an auto clean option, you do have the suction power option, recharge option, spot cleaning, schedule option, or find option. And also on top part, it'll show you guys whether or not the product is charging, if it's like on standby, or if it's on cleaning mode. And it'll show you guys the battery life on top as well. In terms of suction power, if you guys press right here, you can see there's a lot of different power on here. So there's like the regular mode or the max mode. If you guys want the most powerful mode, you can turn it on max. And if you guys notice in the bottom, they do have the Boost IQ technology. So that way it can automatically change the different speed on here or suction power on here when you guys are vacuuming on the floor. Because it has the technology that's built in to do that. And like I mentioned for the smart vacuum, it does have the option to connect it onto Alexa or Google Assistant. And the way how you guys do that is by going back, then click right here. And if you want to click on Smart Integration, then you can connect it onto Alexa or Google Assistant. So for me, I already have it all connected, so I don't need to connect it. But that is everything that's on the product. Let me just go put this down on the ground to test it out to show you guys how it works. And then we'll come back and talk more about it in a second. Alright, so right here we do have the pad on the bottom. And right here we do have the charging station. So the way how you guys set it up is actually very simple. You don't want to slide it in like this. Make sure it goes all the way in. And you don't put this on the ground and start using it. In terms of charging cable, let me show you how to set it up as well. So you're going to plug it in the bottom. So once you guys plug it in, you do have the slot to actually organize the cable if you guys want to. So just like that. For this test, I don't need it to be too short. I do need it to be longer because I'm gonna plug it into the wall outlet right there. So set this up first. Alright, so we got it all set up. You can see we do have the indicator light that pops on. So now let's get the robot vacuum to test it out and see how it works. So you can see on the floor we do have some of the trash that's on here. I don't have that much trash, but we do have a little bit. So I'm gonna test out the robot vacuum to see how it works. So I'm gonna use the manual option first.
Start cleaning.
So if I press it one time, it starts and stops. So I guess the way how you guys send it back home is by using the app option. So if you guys look at the app, if you guys want to recharge,
Charging.
it knows exactly where to go, which is kind of cool. And also the app, it can show you guys that it's charging as well. But let's turn it back on to test out to see what the suction power sounds like for each different level.
Start cleaning.
So currently we do have it on standard mode. Let me test out turbo mode and max mode. So I'm gonna change it to turbo mode. And then here it's max. And then here it's quiet. So in here, when you guys do it in the quiet mode, it is pretty quiet compared to max. Max level is actually really loud. Let's see if it goes underneath the actual counter right here. Alright, so you can see how it actually goes underneath it, which is kind of cool. So if you guys want to use it to clean like underneath your bed, your sofa, or your chair or something, it definitely can go pretty low. So you can see the manual control option works, and also the app control works as well. But now let's test out the voice control option. Start cleaning on G20.
Okay. Start cleaning.
So you see the app control definitely does work. And if you guys want to use the manual control on app, you guys can do that as well. So let's go to the setting page, you can click on manual control and you control everything manually on here. So if you guys want to move it forward.
Start remote control.
So you turn right, left, forward. And if you guys want to pause, you guys can do all that on here manually as well. And you do have the option to change all these other settings as well in terms of like sharing the device with a family member and etc. And you see the product definitely does work and actually works pretty well. If you guys notice, most of the trash that was on the floor is already all gone because I cleaned it all up. Let me actually turn it this way to show you guys how it actually goes underneath this part right here.
Start remote control.
You can see how it actually goes underneath that part right there, which is kind of cool. And if you want to send it back home,
Heading home.
it definitely takes a little while for it to go back home, but it knows exactly where to go, which is kind of nice.
Charging.
Alright, so that is basically how you guys use all the different app control, manual control, and voice control, and etc. Now let me actually put on the mop option to show you guys how that works. So the first thing I want to do is add some water in here first. Alright, so we got the water in. I'm going to close it back up. And what we recommend is that when you guys first use it, you probably want to get this part wet first. So that way you guys know the bottom part is wet and ready to clean. So once you guys got it wet, you're going to slide it back in. And stick it back on. And you basically want to insert this into the bottom of the product. So just like this. And then once you guys do that, you can start using the mop option. So test it out. Alright, so let's see how it works.
Start cleaning.
Alright, so I see how the product definitely does work. If you guys look on the floor, it's definitely wet. It has those marks on there. Let's send it back home.
Charging.
Alright, so you can see the product definitely does work and it works pretty well. I love how it recognizes exactly where to go back really quickly, not like a lot of other smart vacuum out there where it takes a while. So obviously once you guys finish using it, you guys want to throw out the trash and wash the pad that's on the bottom that you can use for the mopping option. So that way you guys know it's clean to use next time. But that is basically everything that's on product in terms of how to use all the different settings and all the different options on here. You can see it definitely does work. Alright, welcome back guys. So next one, quick test of the product definitely actually does work. It actually works quite well. You can see when you guys do use the product, it is pretty powerful and it gets really loud when you guys turn the max speed level on here or max suction power. In terms of the mop it option, it definitely does work. But if you guys compare it to like an actual steam mop where you guys can use a handheld option, it's slightly different. But it is definitely pretty cool how it has the mopping option, so that way it actually help you guys vacuum and mop at the same time. And I love the fact that how the product gives you guys like the app control option, the voice control option, or the manual option as well on the robot vacuum. And also another thing that's actually really cool is the fact of how slim the product is, so that we can go underneath like a table or underneath like the bed and etc. But that is everything that's on the product. Now the unboxing and testing product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So for this product, I do have to say that it is pretty worth it if you guys want or need one of these. Especially if you guys are trying to look for a high quality smart vacuum that can help you guys vacuum and give you guys the mop option as well. That also give you guys different ways to control it in terms of manual option, the voice control option, or the app control option. That I do have to say that it is pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or haven't one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.